Okay, so we're moving into game number 3 now. With Graves in the jungle, we're going to be sticking to those key fundamentals I always talk about in the jungle. In this particular game, we're going to be pathing from top into the bot side. Each lane is kind of volatile, so it's something to just keep an eye on. Ahri is kind of our safe lane. She can potentially get flash W'd on by the Pantheon, so it's something to keep an eye on. She just got chunked then. I can see this by looking at their health bars above the map. That's a little tip and trick that I use instead of having to look at lanes. So you look at those health bars and you can see who's making trades. But yeah, we're going to be pathing to our bot side. We've got Caitlyn and Anivia, so they're going to be doing a lot of poking. That lane is extremely volatile. We've got a stun, which is awesome for Graves gameplay. Any champion that can stun or lock an opponent down will allow you to get your full combo of damage off, so you're going to be able to chunk at least 60% of their health bar in the early stages of the game. Now, the Rumble and Aatrox top is also a lane I'd like to hover, because Rumble's going to want to push into the Aatrox when they trade, and if I can get Aatrox ahead early, that's going to allow for him to just carry that top side. And Aatrox is also good into Pantheon. So we're just keeping our tempo extremely fast. You want to be on this bottom crab as it's spawning, always with Graves if you're going for that full clear style. Sylas is a lot slower at clearing than us, so if you just keep the tempo as fast as possible, you're going to beat him to that crab. He would have had to skip a camp to get where he is. So it's also important to get that early ward in so you can see where that Sylas is going to path. I picked up on the fact that he was going to be bot lane there, so that's why I was already ready to hover. And another reason for having that extra fast tempo is so you can move into the bot lane when Sylas ganks and you can cover them, and that allows me to get that double kill. So that's, yeah, really important. Two really good examples of why tempo is so important, especially in Platinum. This will allow me to get the double crab, I get a double kill, and I can look to reset with over 2,000 gold. Keep an eye on that Drake spawn. I also want to use my gold lead to help this Aatrox out. He's struggling a bit in that top side, and you can see there, as I was saying earlier, Rumble is going to want to trade with Aatrox. So Aatrox pings me off. He's got no TP. He's on a death timer. He's going to miss this whole wave. So sometimes it's best just to ignore your laners if they're pinging you off CS. Like, you need to understand by this level of gameplay when you can take waves and when you're completely griefing your laner by taking their farm. But like, as a team player, it's extremely beneficial to give your jungler, say if you're a laner, it's beneficial to actually give or allow your jungler to take the golden XP if you're not going to be able to pick it up. You know, it only makes sense. So I'm just going to go, I path into my walls there. I should reset, but we know that Aatrox is tilted, so I'm going to offer him a little gank opportunity. They've both just purchased items after killing each other, so he's going to want to trade again. He's a little bit frustrated maybe. His wave's pushing in. Top lane's not going how he wants it to go. So I'm just hovering, I'm pinging, okay, might be able to help you out here. But he pushes into his tower, so I can't do much. I'm just going to reset, spend my gold, and make sure I can cover the Drake now. Now that Ahri's got level 6, she can push her waves in. You can assist her with that. And she can help with objectives. You can also look to go for a kill on Pantheon with her having ult. So me basing in the top lane where I did earlier, I opted for that 3 camp base So I clear my top side off the map before I went base, so that when I show bot here, it kind of changes my pathing rhythm up a bit so that I can get to bot lane without having to clear my Raptors, Krugs, and then go bot. So that if they're assuming that I'm just going top to bot clear, then I'm kind of skipping these two camps to gank them sooner. No one really expects that, and it's hard for a jungler without vision to know where exactly you are and if you're going to gank. I'm pretty sure that's why Varus was pushing up so much before. So we can look to, if Ahri doesn't push in so much, yeah, we can look to kill this Pantheon. Just gonna cover. I just use my whole rotation there to give Ahri that confidence. It tells her, hey, I'm here, I'm ready to fight. I'm gonna give up spells for you if you give up spells for me, and maybe we can get a kill. It's just another form of communication. Having confidence in Ahri. If you're holding spells, Ahri's gonna think every time you come to that lane, he's just gonna hold onto his ult. He's gonna try and kill steal me. And then like, it's just a miscommunication, and you guys might end up not picking kills up because people are holding spells, not fully committing. So you can see now I've cleared my bot side off the map. I'm ready to take Krugs. I can look to assist Aatrox in pushing his wave in. We could potentially dive Rumble at the cost of like losing just my red buff or a possible Ocean Drake. So I'm picking the Ahri. Hey, let's take these grubs. I'm in the position to go for grubs. Even though Aatrox died, I'm willing to lose the Ocean Drake here. There was no particular reason why I've gone for grubs in this game. Like, essentially we do have more of a team fight orientated team composition. So in those cases, it's actually better to get the Dragon Souls if you're going to be doing more team fighting. Obviously, your grubs are for split pushes. And in most cases, it's good to have extra tower pushing capabilities anyway in solo queue, because you're going to get players that are just playing that reactive style gameplay, and whenever things are happening on the opposite side of the map, maybe they can utilize having grubs pushing top tier 2 towers. It's hard for Sylas to solo Drake, that's why it's still up. His team has to be in a really good position for him to go for a Drake. Now that I got Yomiz, I can cover. You can see how I'm juggling my top side and bot side in this game. It's not essentially a full clear style of gameplay. This is how like a Sylas would clear as well, like just doing 3 camp ganks. Essentially, I'm just matching it while keeping my tempo very high and my CS. So I've got almost 10 CS a minute, like about 9. Because my farm per minute is so high, this allows me to just solo Drake. I've got flash, and I can just eat over the wall if Sylas comes. I'm not too scared. So now I'll just fall into a full clear. Aatrox killed the Rumble. So there's not much for me to do. All the lanes are pushed up. We can try and predict where the Sylas might be ganking next. Just watch the map. Ahri gets away there. Most likely burning the flash. I'm pretty Pretty sure I saw a burn flash, or maybe it was just ult. So I'm so far ahead. Even though I have like 2,000 gold saved up, I'm just willing to fight that far ahead. It's important that you take these skirmishes when you start to get a gold lead. What this does is allows you to start getting your friendly players ahead as well, using your gold to get them gold. And then because mid lane, top lane and the jungle are dead, we're going to push into their jungle first, take what camps we can off the map before falling back to our jungle camps. So we don't want to be taking any stupid fights at this point of the game. We want to maintain our 10 CS a minute style of gameplay that we have before we do any radical skirmishes or objectives. Still keep your CS per minute up high. What this does, keeping your farm per minute is like an insurance policy. It allows for you to make maybe 1 or 2 mistakes if you are going to make them. And if you don't make them, then it just snowballs you even further. See a lot of players just start pushing randomly once they get a lead like this. And they end up getting collapsed on, throwing gold leads, and losing objectives and their own jungle. And that's how you throw games quite quickly. If you do that once or twice, the enemy will have caught up. So we got a mental note that Drake's spawning in a minute 30. This will give us time to do our top side clear. We're not going to dive the rumble, anything crazy like that. Just going to make sure we take the gold. It's definitely free to us. It's not a coin flip play. We're guaranteed this gold, this blue buff, and then we can reset. We can do Rift, or we can do the Drake. Our team's in a reasonably good position as well, so I want to make sure we're communicating that. I'm not pinging enough here for sure. We could definitely start pinging which objective we want to prioritize. Just hovering there, waiting for Sylas to show up. If Sylas shows top, I was just going to cover the Aatrox, make sure he doesn't die. You can see we have perfect tempo, 10 CS per minute. And we're on time for every objective. Not going to chase Pantheon. There's 2 objectives on the map that are so much more important than chasing a Pantheon around the map. You have to think of it as a mental battle for the opponents as well. When each time you take an objective of the map, it makes that horrific noise that you just lost dragon, or you just lost Rift Herald. And that just slowly eats away at your opponent's mindset, hearing those noises. Like the ace noise, for example, as well. So I almost trolled. Mega grief there. I don't know what I was doing. Not even gonna lie. That's just stupid. Just push the tower instead. Pull them out of that pinch point. I just hover because I put Aatrox into that position. So I just wanted to make sure I'll try and help get you out. Just reset. We're gonna go for Rift. Don't want to give over any shutdowns. There's a big mistake.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So at this point of the game, you want to make sure if you're 10-0 that you're using those item lead advantages to push objectives. You're going to be able to take on 2 or 3 champions with a good combo. Don't be scared. Start pressuring. We're going to look for a pick. Nearly get picked ourselves. We kind of missed our spells, so it's not ideal. We just don't. I probably didn't crit either. Don't have enough crit to just combo Sylas. But lucky our team backs us up. Otherwise, I'd be trolling.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm just healing up here. I didn't want to push with low health. Yes, I could be out with my team. I'll just go into a full clear. Make sure I'm there for Baron. We'll pressure mid in case they do get collapsed on with the Pantheon up. We got a mental note. Baron spawning, Drake spawning after Baron. Ideally, we want to take Baron straight away. See, we can pressure the plating here, but utilizing the death timers. It's also a smart option to just go base, call for Baron. If we at least take the tower down, we can reset, go for Baron. It's important not to overextend here. You don't want to die and lose the Drake, the Baron. Preferably get the Baron. I can't stress that enough in this scenario. If your team doesn't want to go for it or they're not in that position to go for it, you can tell by the body language that they just don't really want to go for it. I could definitely ping it a lot more than what I did. But I'm just going to go for the safe option, go for the dragon. See how Caitlyn's just kind of... Who knows what she's sort of doing. I'm just making sure that I'm in the position to take off these objectives or defend them. The moment I die in this situation is a major turning point. Back to the dragon. Really, in my heart, I really want to go for this Baron. I know it. The team's just not confident in it. So I'm just going to play patient. There's no rush. The game's won. There's really no rush. Sometimes you might think, oh, we're so far ahead. Let's rush this win. Let's just get it done. Sometimes it's just not worth rushing it. Just play slow. When you get picks, when you get the overlaps, then you can look to pressure barons, towers. Don't overextend. Don't tower dive. Don't throw your leads. Play patient, use the minion waves. And don't take fights if your teammates aren't there. Even if you're 11-0, your teammates are still super important.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
So we'll take Baron now and we'll just look to close the game out. Naturally, bot and mid are going to push with those inhibs. So you can just 5-man top. Hopefully your teammates don't do what Aatrox just did, because now it's going to be a 4v5. If we can pick someone here, Fire Flash, then it'll create a 4v4 again. Thankfully we can push. Naturally mid will push, bot will push, so they'll have to send a champion down to those lanes or to their Nexus towers to defend them. Just being careful I don't dive the Nexus towers or get stunned under them. I'm gonna make sure we get that 3 inhib. And then we push up with all 3 lanes and Baron. Makes the towers undefendable. So this is how you play almost perfect Graves. We're getting closer to platinum now. Does this bring us to plat? We'll plat to 86 LP. GG, well played.